Welcome back, everyone, to the Kansas City Royals franchise here on MLB The Show 21. 2 games for the Royals here today in Royals action. We've got the New York Yankees at home, and we're also going to be taking on the Red Sox at home, really trying to stack us up against top-tier competition in the American League. Obviously, 2 teams that are in the AL East that are really duking it out here for playoff positioning. So we're going to be taking those guys on. We're going to be simulating against Tampa Bay, Minnesota, White Sox. We don't really need to see those games. We pretty much figured out that we're better than they are, right? So the bar test at this point is really figuring out how do we stack up against the Yankees? How do we stack up against the Red Sox? Obviously, the Yankees knocked us out in the playoffs last season in 2022. So this is a big game for us, especially going up against Brad Keller, a guy that we traded away to acquire Jordan Montgomery last season. So let's get it underway. We've got Jose Berrios on the mound, not pitching totally up to snuff, in my opinion. He's 4-4. We're paying him a lot of money. He was one of the top tier free agents coming out into last season's free agent class, and as the ace of our staff, I'm really hoping that he can pick this up. We need a big game from him. We need a big win against these New York Skankies. Top of the first. Everything's looking so far so good here for Berrios. We got 3 up. We got 3 down. As long as we can make the catch out here, we do. So Mondesi makes the play. And take a look at Brad Keller right now. He's got 11 starts under his belt. 1.32 whip, 4.19 ERA, and he's 6-2. So out here in New York, he's actually kind of turning his career around a little bit. So he's got some pretty good starts under his belt. And it's just kind of good to see that he had a little bit of change of scenery. I didn't necessarily think that he was going to work out for us. So, trading for Jordan Montgomery seems to have worked for both players. Montgomery was really struggling for New York. He's come over here and done just fine. So both guys kind of finding their way with their new digs. So I like to see that. Catch is going to be made out here in right field as Ketel Marte is going to fly out. And take a look at this guy, Hank Hodges, in the top of the third. This is his major league debut. He gets his first major league hit against, of course, Jose Berrios. So, the struggles kind of continue a little bit for Berrios. You can't shut down the rookie. First base hit for him ever comes off a good pitcher with Berrios. So we do get a double play ball here in the top of the third, and then Whit Merrifield going to drop this ball, allowing Tim LeCastro to get on base. That's going to be registered down as an error. They don't give him a hit, but we want to kind of keep our eyes here on Tim LeCastro. Berrios trying to get that slide step working here. 0-2 count, and we just totally mistimed this thing, and that's just going to allow LeCastro to reach second base safely and fairly easily. So now we got DJ LeMahieu in a 2-2 count. We got to go get him, and we do. So Ryan O'Hearn camps underneath this, and he will make the play. That is good to end the third. Let's go to the top of the fourth here with 2 down, and we get a strikeout on Luke Voigt. All right, so we're maintaining. We're getting it done. Nothing game here still, but the offense really got to start coming through. Brad Keller threw 3 innings at this point, 3 1/3, only with 30 pitches until this point. Whit Merrifield with a big-time double. Thought about possibly going for 3, but that throw did come in pretty hard. Pretty strong throw out there from center fielder Tim LeCastro, so you're not going on that. But I think we're going to go here. No, we didn't. We did not go. Tim LeCastro does not have a exceptional arm out there. So, do you want to play it conservative? And I think that was probably the smart call, because you do have a lefty on righty here with Ryan O'Hearn up now, and we like hitting with him. He might not do much in simulation, but we love hitting with him when the user is in control. So here's Hank Hodges, the rookie, firing it back into second. The run will score. O'Hearn gets the Royals on top, 1-0. So still bottom 4. Here's Salvador Perez facing off against his former teammate. He knows what he's got and what he's looking for as far as pitch repertoire, but he does get jammed a little bit, and LeMahieu at second base makes the play. Hank Hodges in a 2-2 count now. Berrios fires. He's going to foul this thing off. So a slurve that just caught the inside part of the corner of the plate. He fouls this thing off. 2-2 pitch again is another foul ball. So Hank Hodges kind of has Berrios' number. For whatever reason, he seems to be hitting him well. Just been tracking. He's just tracking his pitches very well here. So here is a fastball high and in. as the rookie, you kind of got to think maybe after getting your first major league hit off of him, and now he's tracking the pitch, you're probably thinking, man, was that mound visit just to get me on base, just to hit me, to get Alex Avila up, to ground him out? I don't know. Could be. Possibly. Possibly. I don't know. Gamesmanship, guys. Gamesmanship. But think about that. Jose Berrios has to resort to that for a rookie. Let's just think about that. Let's just hold the brakes a little. Let's just pump the brakes just a little bit. All right, bottom 5 after a base hit from Mondesi. He is still hitting under 200 as a batting average this season, but that is a nice thing to see, and he's going to take off for a stolen base. He's going to slide in safely, giving Benintendi, our best hitter so far this season, another opportunity to drive him in, but he is going to fly out here to center fielder Tim LeCastro, and the 5th inning is over. LeCastro up in the top of the 6th inning, and Berrios gives up the long fly ball. Deep shot by LeCastro, and it just seems like every single time we play the New York Yankees, Tim LeCastro comes up and does damage against us. So without letting this thing get even nastier, let's just take Berrios out of the game, and his day is done. We're going to take a little bit of a risk here going with Kris Bubic going up against some of these righties in the middle of the order for the Yankees. It's kind of death row at this point. But either way, 6th inning at this point, nobody down. Bubic comes in, gets the job done with 1. We're going to go up against Jose Ramirez, and that's going to be a base knock up the middle. So now with a runner on base, we're going to have to go up against the number 4 hitter, which is Stanton. He's going to fly out to right field if we make this play, and we do. So Hunter Dozier corrals it, makes the play. Let's still continue with the bottom of the 6th, top of the 6th inning, I should say. Luke Voigt with the strikeout. That's a big pitch by Kris Bubic. Let's go to the top of the 7th, and this ball is long gone. That's a line drive home run, and it is now Yankees lead 2-1. Scott Barlow, I've kind of seen enough. I don't want to mess around with this Yankees lineup. Tim LeCastro in that top of the 7th. He's going to fly out, and Barlow gets the job done to get us to the 7th, to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan O'Hearn, again, goes the other way. He's going to roll in with a leadoff double. That's a huge, huge at-bat for the Kansas City Royals here. Now you've got a situation where you can get Salvador Perez coming up here to see who he's going to go up against. It looks like it's going to be Nick Goody with a 2.95 ERA so far this season. He's pitching fairly well. So 0-0 count, and Salvi deep into that KC night. 2-run shot, giving the Royals the lead. It's now 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that is his 200th career home run for Salvador Perez. And everybody on the bench has got to love that. Wait till he comes on in there. Everybody's got to give him some love, and that's huge, man. That's huge. The first pitch he saw, he knew that Goody wanted to get down there and get into that fastball a little bit, lean into that fastball, and just do some damage to it, man. Do some damage. So Josh Stalmont gets the call early out of the bullpen. Again, just trying to shut these New York Yankees down. I'm just a little bit weary and leery about this Yankees lineup because they do tend to hit us fairly well in clutch situations. But Hank Hodges, the rookie in left, can't make the play here. Benintendi says, I'm going to take advantage of that rookie out there, get him a little rattled out there. He's going to go in for a triple. He slides in safely, and then Whit Merrifield, base knock. It's a good move. It's a good move. It's a solid move there by Benintendi. You don't know if he's going to catch that thing. So on the ground, you're not going on contact right there. Your run's too important. But he does backtrack. He does get home to score. Merrifield with the RBI. Top of the 9th here, and Stalmont gets the strikeout, and the game is over. The Royals will win 4-2. Your final score against these New York Yankees. And that is a big-time win, man. That's a big-time win. I love seeing that. Those type of close battles. They're fun. They're fun to play. They're fun to be a part of, but they do get stressful in some situations because you want to pull through. You want to dig out a win and grind one out. But we're thankful that we got this one done because Berrios, no walks, 1 earned, 3 hits. He was good. He was good, but the way that the season has been trending for him. You wanted to be careful with that. So the stamina rating, the energy rating, the number of pitches that he had, all played a factor into taking him out in the 5th inning. And I think ultimately we made the right call. All right, so Kansas City now gets a win here over Boston. They are 5 games ahead of us. We got 37 wins. They got 42. We beat them 6-5. And taking a look at the box score here, another big day from Salvador Perez. 3 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Ryan Hayes had a home run. Benintendi had a home run. And we beat Chris Sale. So we had Jordan Montgomery on the mound, and he went 5 innings with 5 earned and 2 strikeouts. So again, with that 5+ ERA for him, you know, we're just still trying to figure him out. But I think he kind of has settled into a groove a little bit. Yeah, the 5 ERA thing is a little concerning, but he has, you know, he has been better than he was last season. So believe it or not. But we got Brady Singer coming out on the mound today against these Boston Red Sox. We've got a couple storylines to watch out for. You guys saw the rookie that's coming up now. Ronaldo Hernandez is a catcher. He's going to get the start today for Boston. And in the top of the first, Singer, 3 up, 3 down. Baez makes a nice play. And we got Eduardo Rodriguez going up against us here today. 68 strikeouts, 29 walks. And so far, so good, man. We got a leadoff single from Mondesi. We got a base hit down the line by Baez, and we're pushing it. We're pushing the envelope here. We're being aggressive on the base paths. And we are going to send Baez in for a double. That's a pretty smart decision there. A little high fastball, but, you know, he wraps this thing around. And, you know, all eyes are on Mondesi because he's got all the speed. They don't know if he's going to go home or not, rounding third. So probably a good decision to push Baez into second. But then we get Whit Merrifield coming up and pretty much places it in the same spot. And he's going to roll in with a 2 RBI double. And then Salvi comes up again, and he has been hot. Real hot as of late. He's going to roll in with a RBI double as well, and it's 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Here's Benintendi, long fly ball, deep. That's got some carry to it. That's gone. A 2-run shot for Benny. 423-foot blast. He's having himself a heck of a season. And it's going to be 5-0 KC. It's another deep drive by Hanser Alberto, getting the start here today against the lefty. He loves hitting lefties. You guys know this. He's a nice platoon player with that 90+ contact rating against lefties. And he's going to get the job done. He's going to knock Eduardo Rodriguez out of the game. Yeah, it's been a bloodbath here in the first inning. The Red Sox cannot get out of the first inning. Love to see it. 1-2 count on Ke'Bryan Hayes, and this is going to look like it's going to be... No, it's not going to be caught. And the damage continues on the Red Sox pitching staff. So Eovaldi comes out here. Tries to get Ke'Bryan Hayes out, but he's going to get on base somehow with the drop. And then Michael Taylor comes through with a base hit past third baseman. And, ooh, it's kind of a risky decision there by Ke'Bryan Hayes, but David Dahl promptly throws him out. And this just looks real weird, man. Doesn't this look weird? Eric Hosmer in a Boston Red Sox uniform coming to Kansas City. It's kind of tough to look at a little bit. Not going to lie to you guys. But Brady Singer with a runner on second base. He's going to get Hosmer, and this will be an RBI single to Hunter Renfroe. So it's going to be 6-1 here in the top of the second. And with another man on base here, we've got the rookie, Ronaldo Hernandez, the catcher, strikes out against Singer. Let's go to the top of the fourth as we skip ahead here. We've got another base knock, and the Red Sox are starting to get their groove a little bit with the sticks. Let's see if they can actually produce a run here. We got Alberto with the throw to second, back over to first. That's a double play. We'll sacrifice the run for the double play there. It's now 6-2 Kansas City. Are we having a little bit of a Red Sox comeback? Possibly, but Singer strikes out Renfroe, and we live to fight another inning. Look at this. Hanser Alberto with the nice grab there, man. Good defense all the way around here. Nice. I love to see that from Hanser Alberto because I haven't seen it a whole lot in this series, but just nice. It's nice to see that. And we got Javi Baez again with more defense. And oh, Hanser! Look what I found. Mascot loves it. Fans love it. Let's take one more look at it. Javi's got to kind of set his feet a little bit better than that, though. But Hanser Alberto, the sure-gloved first baseman, makes the nice play. Doesn't get a whole lot of action over there at first, so it's kind of nice to see that. Take a look at Javi Baez again. The jump throw. He's not going to be able to get to this one, and Eric Hosmer comes through with a RBI single. And in the top of the seventh, with Singer still out there, pitch count's pretty good right now, but it is 6-3. He's going to strike out Renfroe for the second time in the game. That's the first out of the seventh inning. Let's go to the next batter. I believe that's Marcus Semien. He's going to get a base knock here. Runners on first and second now. Singer upwards of 80 pitches to this point. Here's a line drive, base hit. That is going to be the rookie, Ronaldo Hernandez. He gets his first major league hit to load the bases with one down. And now the decisions, you got to start thinking about some things like stirring up in the bullpen here. Energy level starting to get down a little bit. 86 pitches is still a good spot to be in. But we are going to let Singer ride it out. And he walks in the 4th run for Boston. Hosmer's going to score. It's now 6-4. And now you kind of got to make the decision. You got to make the move. So we got Daniel Lynch here against Alex Verdugo. He's going to get the fly ball to right, and that play is going to be made, but the run's going to score. Runner will advance from second base as well. And we've got ourselves a 6-5 game, and it's starting to get a little bit dicey here. Top 7 Lynch against JD Martinez. That is a tough matchup for him, but he gets the job done. And we're going to go with Josh Staumont. We're going to skip all the way to the top of the 9th. Staumont has not allowed a single run. Talk about pressure situation. Not only do you have your pride on the line, but you got the game on the line here. Has not allowed a single run in all of this year. It's crazy. It's crazy. But so far, so good. Bogarts. Line drive. Right back to Benintendi, and that streak is going to continue for Josh Staumont. We are, again, guys, we are in June. We've been playing 3 months. April, May, June. Staumont has not allowed a single run. So he's been pitching lights out in that back end of the bullpen. Again, this game was won because Eduardo Rodriguez just didn't have it today. Our offense took care of business. We killed him. We destroyed him. And, you know, the Red Sox bullpen deserves some credit, though. They really do. They shut us down throughout the rest of the game. We didn't score a single run except for in the first inning. So as soon as Eovaldi came in, as soon as Pivetta came in, other pitchers for the Red Sox, once those guys came in, they shut us down completely. So guys, here we are. We're in the middle of July now, and we got the White Sox series. The White Sox are currently a couple games back from us in the AL Central, but we've got a pretty decent lead at this point in the AL Central. Not really much to show. I wanted to show at least 3 games, and I thought, you know what would kind of be cool is to show the minor league All-Star game, which is exactly what we're going to do. We got some custom prospects to watch in this one. This will be a really short, quick cut highlight reel, and then we're going to go into, you know, seeing who made the Major League All-Star game, if we had any home run derby participants, stuff like that. We'll see what's going to happen here with the rest of this simulation. But I thought this would be kind of cool just to get some gameplay of some of your guys' custom prospects and see how they're going to do with their All-Star appearance. We've also got trade deadline talk. I've got some trade opportunities and trade propositions for you guys to vote on here at the very end of the video. So make sure you guys are tuning in and hanging out, and we'll talk about those at the back end of this video. But Elior Letterman, a Baltimore Orioles custom prospect pitcher. This is a patron prospect, and you guys can get those patron prospects if you'd like to donate and become a patron of the channel. Otherwise, you can also play in the open submission form to possibly win your prospects. So a lot of these guys are at the AAA levels. These are not AA prospects. Those will be open for open submission players. But what's kind of cool about this is that we get to see these guys in action, right? So for one of the first times in this series, we can actually see these guys start to pitch. We can see these guys start to hit a little bit and kind of get a little bit of a minor league update on how they're doing. But so far, Elior, I mean, he's got all the potential in the world for the Baltimore Orioles. Got a good strikeout pitch to boot. And, you know, 1-0 here for NL Futures. It's kind of a little bit of a rough, shaky start there in the first inning, but I think he settled down a little bit, got 2 strikeouts, and let the rust kind of go away a little bit. Here's Brooks Ratto. Yeah, Brooks Ratto, a double-A prospect for us. He's not a custom player, but he's a CPU-generated guy that we drafted, a blue-chip prospect. His contact numbers are so bad, but the power is legit, and that's kind of what we're hoping to see come out here, not only in this game, but down the line for Brooks Ratto as an outfielder. And he gets a base hit here. We can't knock him in through quick manage. And you guys can see kind of what I'm doing here with this game. I want to control my players in the Royals organization, like Bobby Witt, Brooks Ratto, those types of players, as we see Bobby Witt getting a double play ball here in the 3rd inning to end it. But let the CPU handle all the rest of it. Like Elior, he's going to be CPU generated, right? We got Clayton Hodges, custom prospect there, patron prospect. He's going to take a walk and get on first base. Elior's going to strike out Marco Luciano. Next batter up, Drew Mendoza. He's going to strike him out as well. So again, you can see the potential coming out in full force. That's 6 strikeouts here in the 3rd inning for Elior Letterman. Here's Brooks Ratto, a deep drive. Can't get this one. This one was way over his head. That is going to be a 3-run homer for Patrick Bailey. Elior's got to try to bounce back here, but you know what? In the top of the 4th, here's Douglas Taylor, another patron custom prospect, going to flare this one out. Opposite side of the field here as a lefty, hits it over to left field. It's going to be his first hit out of the game. Gotta like to see that. Base knock here. No, it's a double play ball. Possibly. Yes, they will turn it easily. It is 4-2 NL, and they're making quick work here of the AL in this game, man. So that big 3-run shot by Patrick Bailey could be the game changer, the game decider. Got a strikeout here for the AL, and again, they cannot quite get it done. But you know what, Elior, we've got your back. Bobby Witt, Royals prospects, we've got your back, man. It is now 4-4 after Witt delivers a big 2 RBI double, but he tries to stretch the thing, gets real aggressive with it, but no dice, guys, no dice. Abdul Eagle, one of the blue chip prospects in, I believe, year 1 or year 2, not a custom, but a CPU-generated guy. He's going to come on the top of the 7th, and we got Brooks Ratto here. Take a look at what we're trying to do with Brooks Ratto, trying to get a high and inside pitch to try to drive this thing, but we do get the slider, and we drill it right past third baseman, and we get on base for a 1-out single. So Brooks Ratto having himself a pretty nice game so far today. Got a single already. Got this base hit here, trying to get a steal. This was a ground ball that looked like a line drive, but it's a ground ball. He'll be safe at second. And now we're in scoring position off the hit and run. So Sanchez moves Ratto over. This is a big spot here for Drew Diaz. See if we can drive in Brooks Ratto. This is a line drive to center field, but we are now out of the inning, and the AL Futures can't quite clutch it up. Andrew DeBroston, another custom patron prospect, gets the call as a pinch hitter, but in a clutch situation, he's going to strike out. Rob Gold, a catcher, I believe, for the St. Louis Cardinals organization. Another custom player. He's going to strike out too. So these guys, these custom players, man, they've trying to get it done as much as they can, but here we go. Top of the 8th inning, we got a double with 2 down. That's a big, big hit for the AL Futures. Let's see if we can drive in our guys. No, sir. No dice again. Strike out. Armenteros is going to K, and everybody's pumped up on that NL side. Let's go to the top of the 9th. We got Brooks Ratto here again, and another clutch spot. Low pitch, low and outside. Deep drive to the left. It's over the wall. Brooks Ratto gets this thing to 6-4, a 2-run shot. That will give the AL the lead, and that pumps me up, man, because I want to see Brooks Ratto succeed. Obviously, I have a lot of investment into this guy. I want to see him work out. He's one of our top draft picks. Again, he's got some warts. The batting average is pretty ugly right now, but the power is legit. And guys, a 3-2 count. The AL will get a pop-up, shallow, outfield, shortstop will make the play, and that is it. Brooks Ratto won this game for us. You could argue that Elior Letterman helped us out as well, right? I mean, he had 7 strikeouts today, and he shut down this NL Futures team for as long as he possibly could. Witt also had a double with the 2 RBIs. So both those guys, both Kansas City Royals prospects, between Witt Jr. and Ratto, we really came together and helped out the AL Futures cause here to get a win. Elior Letterman went 3 innings, 7 Ks. That's a really good strikeout per 9. So again, he's got all the potential in the world. I have no worries about what he's going to do for his pro career down the line. So you guys saw the Home Run Derby participants. We don't have a guy in there, so we're not going to show it. Taking a look real quick here at the AA All-Stars for the Central. We got Grant Gavin, we got Zach Hakes, we got 2 pitchers here. Don't see anybody else in our pitching side of things. I'll go over and take a look at the other team's All-Star list and see if we got anybody there. But Will Schultz is here. Herbert Cloven is here, 2 of our custom players. Scroll a little bit down here. We got Brady Erker. He's got 2 home runs, 15 ribbies. Doing all right down there at AA. And nobody else. It doesn't look like anybody else. Oh, Lucas Borgonia is a custom player for the Minnesota Twins organization. And then there you go. So now we're back at our pitching staff. Let's go back out here, take a look at the other AA team and see if they have any customs on their roster. Doesn't look like it, guys. Nobody in the pitching rotation. What about in the batting order? Oh, Zach Zumwalt. He's getting some progression, so you like to see that. A little bit of regression there, but that just comes with the territory with the C potential. You're going to get some regression in some areas and some progression in others just because of your age and, of course, production overall, depending on what level you're at. Rob Gold, also making the All-Star team here as well for AA. And we'll go ahead and simulate this and see what the result is. I believe we win. So yes, we do. So the North, the CN All-Stars, which would be us, we get the win, and that's always nice to see. But of course, you can't see the box score, right? So if I went into quick manage, I could probably give you guys an update and see like what happened there. But you know, it's AA. It's AA. And a lot of those guys were non-customs as it was. So Herbert Cloven, Will Schultz, as far as our organization goes. So really no sense in extending the video out and kind of showing that off. But custom players on the All-Stars at the Major League level, there aren't any. Sergio Alvarado was a CPU-generated player from year one. Blue chip catcher for the Texas Rangers, hitting 300 this season at 20 years old. Yeah, he's going to be a pretty nice player for Texas, so kind of watch out for them. We got a couple players on our end with the Royals that made the All-Star team. We got Josh Stalmont, Andrew Benintendi. I believe there was another player here, Whit Merrifield. Let's not forget about two-hit Whit. Got to remember Whit Merrifield makes the All-Star team regularly. Going over to the NL side of things, just taking a look here and seeing anybody made it over here. Did any custom players? This is obviously a Royals franchise, but we still got to take a look. And there he is. So Aiton Letterman, nice. So he won Rookie of the Year last year, and he's up to a 79 overall now, hitting 241. Makes the All-Star team, mostly probably because of the home run totals. He's got 14 now. He's definitely up in that upper crust as far as shortstops go, so I think it's a nice addition for them. And he's got to be a Pittsburgh Pirates representative, so obviously send your youthful talent out there. I'm doing a little quick manage here, speed up the process. It is currently 8-2 AL, and we get a win here 8-5. So the AL All-Stars have defeated the NL All-Stars 8-5. Gotta love it. So we had a couple guys for the Royals produce in that game, so you'll love to see that. Take a look at the AAA All-Star list. Take a look at their roster. We got Jackson Kowar, Shane Baz. Look at Shane Baz's numbers, guys. A 2.14 ERA. He's got 8 wins. Richard Lovelady's down there at the closing pitcher spot. I like to see this. I like to see when our team is represented, when an organization is represented in these All-Star games. It really kind of showcases and shows what we're doing is working, right? With our prospects, with our trades, guys that we're acquiring in trades like Shane Baz, it's working. Meanwhile, Jorge Soler, that might have been a good trade for us. Get rid of Jorge, open some things up for us in our organization. He's down in AAA for the Detroit Tigers, and he made the All-Star team out there. And you know, it's just it's just better for us not to have Jorge Soler, in my opinion, on this team especially, and I think we're better off for it. So, guys, to end out July, we're going to talk about now the trade propositions, but after a little bit of simulation. And we're going to simulate against this Cubs series here. But we do have a trade, the Angels and the Orioles. Austin Hayes going over to the Angels. Orioles get some prospects back for Austin Hayes. And today, of course, is the trade deadline, which means we've got some propositions to talk about. And one of those moves that we're going to talk about, it's namely for first baseman. Because when we go over here and we look at the Royals lineup, which I'm going to show you guys in just a moment, we got to identify what teams can we go target trades from. Obviously, I like to keep these things realistic. I like to keep things within reason. I'm not going to go trade with the Phillies for Rhys Hoskins, even though he would be an amazing player to have for this team. Just really no point. They're in the middle of a playoff chase. They're half game back. You're not making a trade with a team like that. You're trying to make a trade with a team that is bad. See if there's a player on that roster that could really fit what you're trying to do. But you know, so far, I mean, I look at our lineup, and it's a good lineup. But Rhino Hearn has really taken a step back, in my opinion. He had a breakout caliber season in year 2, 2022. Now being 2023, we have given him the full-time first baseman job, and he's just not come through for us in simulation. He's got a 180-something batting average, and it has just not worked out. So he does have double digits in home run totals, which is good, which is solid for me. I like that. It's one thing if you had 9 home runs, 8 home runs, and you're hitting 180. Kind of got to make a decision there, but you know, he's seeming more like he's kind of falling back to normalcy a little bit and kind of needing to be that platoon first baseman. So we need to find ourselves another first baseman that we can kind of back and forth between those guys. And you know, if you're arguing for Ryan McBroom down there in AAA, I could see that as well. But you know, there's other guys out there that could produce for us. And as far as pitching goes, I can't see much of anything that's going to really think that we need to address pitching. The ERAs are a little bit high, but that's the way that it goes with MLB The Show as it is. Colin Moran, a first baseman that I would be interested in with the Pittsburgh Pirates, is available. The only con to that is that he is another lefty. So now you'd have 2 lefties in that situation. Same thing with Anthony Rizzo. The pros to that trade would be that he's Anthony Rizzo. We are giving up a little bit, though, with Cade Cavalli as a pitching prospect. I love Cade Cavalli. That would really hurt. But Rizzo's a boss. Rizzo is a stud. And he would help us. But again, another con is his contract total and the fact that he is another lefty. CJ Cron would be an interesting addition because he is a righty. Hot and cold zones are really good for gameplay. And he would be the cheaper option of the 2 between Rizzo and Colin Moran. But guys, those are your trades. And that's going to be it for the video. I do have a trade form for you guys to fill out if you'd like to do that. Again, the trade is going to be done. So the majority rules here. Whatever trade you guys vote for that gets the most votes, that is going to be the trade that gets pulled off. Just keep in mind the pros and cons of each trade because you guys are now in the sole possession of that. You guys have all of it in your hands, and you basically are a part of this series to kind of direct it where we go from here. If we get rid of Cade Cavalli and he turns out to be really good, well, that was the cost of it. So, and then we're going to have to deal with that together, that decision together, if Cade Cavalli does become a beast at some point. So guys, that's it for the video. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you later on next week for more Kansas City Royals action, and I will update you guys on the trade that went through, and then we'll talk about how we're going to move through year 3 even faster because we'll be through July, we'll be through August, September, and we'll be in the playoffs before you know it. So guys, again, leave a like if you like this thing. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.